Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you, and welcome to Tuesdays with Tabitha. This is our weekly live show helping you to have courageous conversations that you need to have so that you can help resolve conflict in the workplace. And today's topic is the most important ingredient of effective leadership. If we've never met before, my name is Tabitha Liburd, and I am an attorney and a conflict manager. And I help professional women of faith who are overwhelmed by workplace conflict lead thriving teams with confidence. I do that by helping you to use all 5 of the conflict styles so that you can lead from the boardroom, the conference room, the classroom, or whatever room you are in. We've got an exciting topic, and it is the most important ingredient of effective leadership. And in life, as we know it, there are things that happen that shake our faith, that shake our hope, that shake our sense of self. And as leaders, if we are in a position where things are rocky, you know, and then conflict comes behind that, it compounds the effect of what's happening to us, plus the conflict that comes behind it. Now, as leaders, every week I talk about our ecosystem. And the ecosystem of a leader is ourselves, our own issues that we have. We have our team, the people we lead and the issues they have. And then we have the people we report to, and they have their own issues too. And all of this is going on and happening in our ecosystem while we are leading. So when life comes along and shakes our faith, shakes our hope, shakes our sense of self, and conflict comes behind that to compound the effect, we need to hold fast to our identity. And this is the most important ingredient for leadership, our identity. Knowing who you are personally is the foundation for being an authentic leader. And your identity is made up of your character, your purpose, and your authenticity. Now, if you know who you are in your character, you spend your quiet moments understanding yourself, not filling in with noise, filling in with hustle and bustle, but simply taking the time to be and listen and understand yourself and truly know who your character is. It is easier for you to lead because you understand and can anticipate how you will react in situations. As a leader, also knowing your purpose is going to help you because understanding your purpose tells you where your direction is and where you are going as a leader and also where you're taking your team. And authenticity is also very, very important. How you show up every day as a leader is part of your identity. And the people that you lead are looking to you to see exactly who you are so that they can trust you as their leader. Now, knowing who you are means that you understand your strengths, you understand your weaknesses, you understand your values. How are you when things go south? How do you react? What are you going to do when things happen that should not necessarily happen? Knowing who you are also means that you understand your beliefs. Truly understand your beliefs, not necessarily what you were taught, not necessarily what people expect you to say, but deep inside, what do you believe? What motivates you and your desires? What you really want? Not what people expect you to want, but what you really want. The foundation for all successful leaders who want to make a difference, who want to be challenged to grow and to grow their teams, is having a clear identity and a clear sense of self. Because imagine that you are a leader who is not very clear on that. How confusing it could be if your decisions don't necessarily line up with what other people expect. Now, on Saturday, I was talking to an amazing group of leaders, and we started the session talking about how we introduce ourselves. So we started the sessions introducing ourselves. And a lot of people introduced themselves the way we usually do. Your name, a little bit about what you do, and a little bit about yourself. And then I walked them through talking about identity. And I let those young leaders, I helped them to understand the aspects that make up our identity, the aspects of self that make us who we are, and also how we relate socially. All of that is a part of our identity. Now, you can have an identity that is clear to you. You can be sure of who you are, but it's not always how you show up. And sometimes how you see yourself is not how others see you. And so always remember that as a leader, the totality of yourself, what is yourself, determines how you show up. Because if you are in a situation where things are falling around you, where the team that you're leading is falling apart, or where your upline, the people you report to, are themselves in confusion, you have to navigate that space, and you have to do it in a way where you can succeed and thrive in your office, or you can succeed and thrive as a leader of your team. And so it's very, very important that you understand not only how you see yourself, but how others see you. And so to do that, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about self. And I'll share with you what self is, the whole totality of self, which is your characteristics, your memories, and your personhood. All of those make up yourself and who you are. Now, when we say your characteristics, what are they? Those are your traits. Are you determined? Do you have self-control? Are you curious? Are you optimistic, or are you pessimistic? All of those are character traits that determine how you lead. All of those are character traits that determine how you react when conflict comes around. If you are a determined person, you might lead with a directing conflict style. If you have a lot of self-control, you may lean more towards harmonizing, right? So the first aspect of understanding yourself is knowing your characteristics. The second aspect is understanding what happened in the past and how that affects who you are now. And so your memories. What are your defining memories? How do those memories of how you grew up, of who you are, affect your sense of self currently? Do those memories motivate you? Do they trigger you? Do they make you happy? Do they bring you comfort? Do they bring you peace? Or are they of trauma? Whatever those memories are, they also form part of yourself, and they affect how you show up, and they affect how you lead. And the third aspect of yourself is your personhood, who you are as a person. Who are you? What rights do you expect to have or think are due to you? What privileges are expected to you? What privileges do you have? What responsibilities do you carry, and what feelings affect you? All of those affect your reactions when there is conflict, and especially they affect how you lead your team, how you lead other people. Because if you are in confusion and you are directionless, certainly you're not going to be leading everyone in the direction that they should be going. So having a clear identity means that as a leader, you can help to manage your team. You can help everyone's reactions, the struggles. because you can understand how they react. So if there is a struggle for values, knowing your identity will help you to enter that struggle in an appropriate way and deal with the conflict that arises from that struggle. Depending on what your identity is, it affects how you show up, which is why when I speak with clients, I always remind them to be neutral, to go to the balcony and to look before you make a decision as a leader, to look before you speak to the conflict or enter into that arena of conflict. Look before you leap. Understanding your identity as a leader will also help you to manage your team when there is a power struggle, when there is a struggle for status or for scarce resources. Because when you understand who you are, the totality of yourself as a leader, made up of your characteristics, your memories, your personhood, and knowing where you fall in the spectrum of what is going on, it will ground you. It will ground the values. It will ground how you show compassion for others. It deal with bias so that you don't show up in a way that appears biased. It will deal with how you treat other people, how you understand where privilege falls, who has privilege and who does not have privilege. It will help you show up understanding whose rights are impinged. It will help you show up understanding who needs to be represented. And so all of these as a leader will help you to determine how to fall back and how to move forward, how to affect people and how to simply let them be. It's going to affect how you as a leader are inclusive in your speech, inclusive in how you treat people, how you control biases, because we all have biases. We just have to understand them first and control them. And it will help you also to be an effective ally. So understanding yourself as a leader helps you present, helps you show up in a situation, helps you understand that your memories that defined you can also help you understand what triggers you. Understanding yourself as a leader and understanding your character will help you understand how to fall back, how to advance and help others, how to show up in a place where you can be compassionate and firm as a leader. And also, the personhood will help you to understand people's rights because you understand your own and you understand the concept of having rights. You understand the concept of leaning into those rights and being an ally and controlling your biases so that you can lead your thriving teams with confidence. I hope you enjoyed today's live session. And if there is anything, any other question that you have, feel free to DM me. My name is Tabitha, and you can find me at marshallduke.com, where you can download my Effective Conflict Resolution ebook. So thank you very much for joining.